Hi, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca. Thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 10 tips, or more, perhaps, for dealing with banks. So number one, talk with your bank about the best type of account for you. First of all, these tips are from my experience, my personal experience, as well as people who have told me about their experiences over the years. So number one, talk with your bank about the best types of accounts for you. There's many different accounts. Not every account is suited for everybody, so just make sure that the account that you're using is the right one for you. Number two, understand how banks work, how they make their money. Interest on debt, giving you more loans, bank fees, and so on. Many ways that they make their money, so make sure that you know how that works so that, of course, you know what game they're playing, kind of thing. So number three, you may need to give personal guarantees on loans or put up assets for any loans that you take in. So be prepared for that. A lot of times they will ask for a lot of personal information when you're looking to get a loan. By all means, share with them the information that you have. Get credit when you don't need it. When you do need it, usually the rates are higher. You're with other people who are maybe wanting more credit. So get it in times when they don't. They're not really asking you for it. Go out and get it yourself. You should also apply, and has been my experience as well, to credit cards when you don't need it as much. Next point is get a good commercial account representative. I know that in the bigger banks, they tend to flip around a lot more. They move from branch to branch, and it's hard to get some continuity with them. So always try to stay with the same commercial account manager. That person will generally have your interests in mind, and will get to know you better as well. KYC, know your client. Next point is, check in with your commercial account manager fairly regularly, at least once a year, if not more frequently. I tend to reach out at least once every couple, 2-3 months. They know of certain specials that are going on, or certain deals, discounts, certain products or services that are new. So you might want to connect with them. Sometimes there's government programs that might be out there that you may not be aware of. So I find that connecting with the commercial account manager on a regular basis is really beneficial. Try to combine transactions as much as possible, and what I mean by that is if there's certain types of debits or credits that go into your account fairly regularly, just make sure to combine those as much as you can. We use PayPal, so with PayPal, transferring amounts instead of individually, do it as a group, as a lump sum. Next up is tracking all your expenses together. I find that when you track your expenses together, it's easier on the accounting side, and you can lump it together and keep your business and personal, obviously, expenses separate. Really look at alternate methods of payment as much as possible. Right now, there's so many different ways. There's PayPal, there's Stripe, there's online accounts and e-commerce that you can use. So definitely use that to your advantage. Next point is reduce administrative time as much as possible. I find that when you start creating more and more bank accounts and more accounts and everything, it's just harder to track, and that doesn't just last for the day or 2 days or a month or whatever. That lasts with you for a long time. So just make sure to reduce your administrative time. If you're just joining, I'm just covering off some best practices in dealing with the banks as well. So next type is research different types of merchant accounts available, and this is where your commercial account manager can help you with that. Streamline your payroll and payments. Not only payments, as I mentioned earlier, but just your payroll as well. As much as possible, combine them. Use a great payroll processor that is connected to your bank and makes your life a lot easier. I feel that dealing with the bank on payroll just adds another level of complication to it. Next up is see if your banker can help you with anything. Just to let them know what you're going through, what your situations are. And again, having a good commercial account manager is really beneficial in this situation. Maintain accurate records. Can't tell you how much it's important to keep accurate records for the bank. they always seem to want to ask you for the stuff that you always put off. So either do it yourself, get an accountant to help you out with it, but definitely get somebody to help you out, and make sure that your accounting records are in place, because the bank loves that. Choose loans carefully. Banks will push the loans that are that they make more money from. So make sure to ask questions. Make sure to ask the interest rates. Make sure to ask how long will it be paid for. Usually paying loans off weekly rather than monthly can save you a lot of interest over the long term. So make sure to ask questions. You don't have to be an accountant or a math wizard to be able to know all these things. You just have to be aware to ask the questions, and don't be afraid of asking questions either. Talk with your bank about any unnecessary accounts that you have, and close up the ones that you don't have. And look for banking alternatives. We think of the big banks, but there's credit unions and other bank options available. So make sure that you're looking for any and all options. I always find that when I get an email or something in the mail, perhaps, that I explore each one, and I look into it, and then maybe it's worth a phone call. And you never know, you might be able to save you some money or time. So obviously banks can be so vital to your business. They're obviously a key component. So make sure you partner with them, and make sure you get the right account manager that can help you navigate through the different channels that a bank might have. You may not even be aware of all the departments that they might have. So, just ask questions. Just really make sure to connect with people as much as possible at your bank. So again, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca. You can check us out on at TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca. We put on an annual conference, once in Mississauga and once in Toronto. It's called the Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference and Trade Show. You can check it out again at TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca. And also feel free to connect with me and share with me any issues that you might have. If you want to talk about banks or any other topics from business, I'm happy to connect. You can reach me at 905-812-5627. That's 905-812-5627, and I'm extension 2873. Like I said, connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter and so on. So thanks for watching, and have a great day. Again, my name, Marc Belaiche, TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca. Thank you.